Welcome, friends of the Greasy Shop Rag. Today we're going to take a look at a Husqvarna 562 XP Mark II chainsaw. The customer complaint is that it won't idle. So let's take a look inside the fuel tank and see what he's got going on here. We're going to take a look inside. The fuel initially looks pretty good. This isn't the only saw that they have, and no other saws came in with problems. I don't suspect any fuel issues here. But we are going to take a look at the fuel line. There's a bulge right there. That bulge is a magnet. If you take a closer look at that magnet, we'll see that there's metal stuck to the outside of it. Husky puts the magnet there to keep the metal out of the auto-tune module and the solenoid of there. And I've been seeing a lot more metal in fuel lately. So that's something I'm keeping an eye on. We're going to pressure test this fuel line, put 10 pounds of pressure on it, and it looks like it's holding. So that tells me that the carburetor's tight, the fuel line doesn't have a hole in it. We're pretty good there. The bottom of this filter is pretty dark. That filter should be changed if this goes back out in the field, and then we're going to get a new filter on there. It could potentially be a reason why it doesn't want to idle if there's a fuel flow problem. Although usually you'd only see a plug filter like that affecting the saw under high load conditions. Let's take a look at, well, I was going to look at the spark arrestor screen, but here I'm first noticing that that muffler is crushed. Pretty bad, actually. The discharge isn't blocked shut, but the muffler, that can is pushed down pretty bad. We're going to take a closer look at that. Let's look at the air filter. I mean, it's used, but it's not plugged. A little bit of dust in here, not bad. We're going to take a look inside the cylinder. Get the spark plug out of here. I don't think there's a lot of runtime on this saw. A little concerning with the way that spark plug looks. Kind of had that aluminum look to it. I'm going to get the camera out here and show you what I'm seeing. We got a score. So that score is on the hot side of the exhaust port. I call that the hottest part of the cylinder. I mean, we have to assume that the area around the exhaust is the hottest part of the cylinder, and this is on the opposite side of the cooling fan. In my eyes, the hottest part of the cylinder. And it's scored pretty good there. I suspect the he's tapping the fingers. I suspect that I didn't check the compression here, but low compression is probably the reason why it's not idling. Taking a look at the chain, it's actually just been sharpened. I suspect that the saw was damaged. You see there's no error codes. He's only got 37 hours of runtime. I suspect the damage happened the day before, the last time the saw was used, and then they serviced it to head out the next day, and then it wouldn't idle. Because there's a brand new sharpened chain on there. If they were horsing it with a dull chain, you know, we've seen where that can contribute to cooking the motor. If that muffler is crushed enough that it's retaining some heat, maybe that could have cooked the motor. If it had an air leak and it ran lean, maybe that cooked the motor. But you saw that there was no error codes stored in the auto-tune module. So auto-tune wasn't compensating for any air leaks. But that doesn't change the fact that we really do need to pressure test this saw and rule that out. I don't know what the reaction time is between an air leak, the actual damage, and the storing of the fuel trim settings in the auto tune module. So you can see this muffler's crushed pretty bad here. I'd say that deflector is covering up about 1/3 of the discharge area too. Now, another theory I have is potentially when that thing got smacked, it could have dislodged some carbon or maybe even some metal or part of the muffler that maybe backed up into the cylinder and caused this damage. I really don't know. Let's take a little bit of a closer look here. You can see it's scored. Kind of looks like your typical dull chain kind of score that we would see from over revving it. Horsing on it with a dull chain. And that part of that score went right up through the rings to the top of the piston. I suspect that that ring is pinched right there. Or at least one of the rings, if not both, are pinched. And that's why it would have low compression and not want to idle right. So I'm putting a block off plate on the exhaust right now. We're going to dump this fuel out and take a closer look. Like I said before, I really don't suspect any fuel issues here. If you noticed in the beginning of the video, there was a number 7 on top of the cylinder cover. This isn't their only saw. And that fuel, I mean, in the cup, it looks really good. I don't see any water, I don't see any dirt. The color and the oil mix looks good. And it smelled good. So to pressure test this, I'm going to have to pull the carburetor off of here. And we're going to kind of speed through this. I've got the 2 screws removed and that hose removed, the 2 rubber saddles from the air filter holder. Then we're going to pop this electrical plug off the top of the carburetor and just slide that whole air box off to the side. So now I'm removing the throttle cable and the fuel hose. And then there's 2 clips on the bottom of the carburetor that kind of hold it up into the intake area there. Then the last thing I have is the white connector for the auto tune. And we have the carburetor out. Now that that carb is out of there, we can plug off this intake so we can do our pressure testing. The secondary throttle assembly, there's 2 holes down there that have to be plugged off. And I just dropped these aluminum plugs into that hole. And then the plate that goes over the top of the other hole on top there, it's going to have a pin on it. If you look real close, there's a pin. And that pin is going into the impulse hole that's located on the face there. So that's kind of a special block off plate. We'll get this thing snug down here. So if this turns out that this saw is tight and doesn't have any air leaks, then we're forced to decide, did it overheat? Was there some debris that got in there? Was it the crushed muffler, or was it a dull chain and horsing on it? So I'm pumping this thing up, putting 7 pounds of pressure in the crankcase, and it's holding tight. We're going to pull vacuum on here, but in the end, it sat here for 4 or 5 minutes and it didn't leak at all. So I know the saw is tight. And I know Auto Tune wasn't reporting any errors or showing any fuel trim out of the ordinary. So that leaves me with the crushed muffler and possibly a dull chain, or possibly material backed into the cylinder. Now this muffler I'm showing you is not, I think it's just a straight 562, and we're looking at a Mark II model here. So they're not apples and apples, but you kind of get the idea how much that thing's crushed. So let me know down in the comments what you think happened. That's all I'm going to have for you on the Husqvarna 562 XP Mark II. That has a scored cylinder. Thanks for watching. Later.